Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic, your host here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be showing you where the Xur is, his inventory, all the random rolls for February 14th, 2020. Today is actually Valentine's Day, and the Xur has brought us a couple little treats, including one that's a bit confusing to me, but on Valentine's Day, if you're not confused, then you're not doing it right. Hold on a second. This guy has been... Yeah, just run! So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, obviously, he's going to be found on his regular location on Nessus, on the giant golden barge. And yes, I am on PC. Just been playing that a bit recently. Don't judge me. So all you have to do is travel to the Watcher's Grave on Nessus and make your way on top of the giant golden barge. If you missed the golden barge, I will make fun of you in the comments. It is pretty obvious. This is a high overview of everything that he does have available in case this is all that you cared about. Everything loads up so fast, it's so fast. As for the weapon, this week it will be the tractor cannon. I think that they have in fact changed the picture of this since it first came out. But anyways, its main perk, the repulsor force, when this weapon emits a powerful impulse, which is like a shotgun blast, it pushes away enemies, suppresses their abilities, and makes them more vulnerable to all incoming damage. This used to be specifically more for void damage, but now, since a couple seasons ago, it just buffs all damage. So it is one of the ways in which you can debuff enemies, similarly to how Divinity debuffs enemies. The other perk on this weapon is the scientific method. Damaging an enemy temporarily increases speed and handling. So anytime you actually hit an enemy and you actually apply that repulsor force debuff to the enemy, you'll get a buff called the scientific method in the bottom left. It's a helpful tip to be able to know if you've actually hit the enemy. To be honest, that's all this weapon is really used for, is to debuff enemies. In the Crucible, yes, you can make it so you turn off enemy supers, and it is something that's very powerful against supers, but in my personal opinion, I find it better used if you just use Wardglyph Coil, because you'll actually just kill that super, and it's useful just through everything. So personally, I don't find many uses for this weapon because we have Divinity these days, and we also have a lot of other options, so this is not really my favorite. Outside of that, it has an ornament that makes it look more like the fallen version of the weapon, and then finally it does have a catalyst, which bumps up its magazine to 7 and then does something else, perhaps reload speed or something, really not anything special. My god, it loads so goddamn fast! Anyways, moving on to the Hunter exotic, we have the Dragon Shadow, otherwise known as the Ninja Armor, because its main perk gives your dodges to reload all your weapons, increase both your movement and weapon handling speed for a brief period of time. So, if you like dodging, moving very, very quickly, and this is kind of like an alternative to Stompies, although I would say Stompies are probably still going to be your best bet as far as PvP goes, and this is more of a PvP-centric exotic. It does have an ornament. I forget if I have it. Yes, it makes it turn into a squishy-faced lion instead of a squishy-faced dragon, if that's something that you cared about. Outside of that, the rolls, just keep them spinning. This is fun. The rolls on this thing, primary and mobility, is pretty common for hunters. Definitely a good synergy with this particular exotic. Or are you going to go full? Oh, almost perfectly straightforward. Secondary and intellect, which is obviously something good to have, so definitely above average roll for kind of averaging exotic. I really love the spin. This doesn't happen on console. On console, you have to actually move the stick and make them do it like by pushing the stick. This is just like, you spin me right round, baby, like a record, baby, right round. Moving on to the Warlock exotic, we have the Starfire Protocol, an exotic that came out with the base game but has actually been buffed about a year ago. Its main perk, Fusion Harness. Fusion grenades have an additional charge and recharge from empowered weapon damage, and fusion grenades kills grant rift energy. So if you put down an empowering rift, you throw your fusion grenades in that rift, that fusion grenade kill will give you rift energy, and the empowered weapon damage will give you fusion grenade kit stuff. So you just keep on shooting your weapons, throwing grenades inside rifts, you'll get infinite rifts, infinite fusion grenades. Something that's a cool wombo combo, but just not really used that often because fusion grenades are not meta enough, I guess is the reason. But it's something that's a lot of fun, that's a bit underrated in my opinion. As far as the roles go, primary discipline is definitely something good synergy with this exotic. Secondary, actually another primary and recovery, again, perfect synergy for this exotic. So I would say a very above average roll, perfect synergy for this exotic, for a above average roll, or above average exotic for sure, that I don't have an ornament for, that can look a bunch of different ways. Oh my god, this loads up so quickly. What have I been doing with my life? Why? And then finally, the Titan exotic. This is the one that I was trying to say was an interesting one, because currently, as I understand it, this exotic is disabled. So if you currently have this exotic in your inventory, you're not going to be able to equip it. And that also goes for the Winter's Guile, I believe. as well. Maybe Liar's Handshake, I can't be for certain. But basically, these exotics allow you to get some pretty insane damages that Bungie's trying to fix. Its main perk, Burning Fist, melee kills increase melee damage for a short period of time, up to 5 stacks, and additional kills extend the duration and increase the effect. So those 5 stacks, combined with a double 1-2 punch and a tractor cannon hit on the enemy, will 7-punch kill Zolmak, the dungeon boss from the Pit of Heresy. So they disabled it because it's just way too powerful. As far, again, this tiny little female model with these giant titan arms, it's always really funny to see, but as far as the role goes, primary in strength, perfect synergy with this exotic, a secondary in resilience and recovery makes a lot of sense for a melee build, so definitely something really nice to have. So again, a very above average role for a very above average exotic. I believe I put this at number 7 on my Titan top 10 that I released about a week ago. And it does not actually have any ornaments, but you obviously can put different colors on it that obviously on PC go really quickly and apply pretty much as soon as you click the button. You spin me right round like a record. And that's gonna be pretty much it. Of course, make sure you're picking up your 5 of Swords for high scoring Nightfalls, as well as being able to choose what modifiers are on that Nightfall. Picking up your Invitation of the Nine, which I finished on this character for some lore and powerful gear. And of course, the exotic engram, guaranteeing you an exotic you do not have from the world drops of year 1, 2, or 3. That's gonna be the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, any concerns. If you just like Blue Jay, let me know in the comments down below. That's it. My name's Dychronic, and I will see you guys on the next one.